Good morning. Have you ever wondered how your outside pot lights are installed? Well, stick around and you're about to find out. So we're just going to take the wire, gently pull down. The cord is pretty much melted together. So there we have our finished end with our... So outside pot lights go in all different kinds of soffits. They can go in plastic soffits, wood soffits, etc. The biggest thing is when we lay them out, we need to make sure that we use the appropriate size hole saw, a good sharp hole saw, like shown here. And we also need to start them, especially on a plastic soffit, backwards. So we burn them in backwards to get through the plastic soffit, and then we get the hole in to put the pot light in. If we don't do that, then it usually catches up, and then we'll break the soffit, especially if it's cold outside. Okay, so there are a variety of different style pot lights on the market that you can get your electrician to get you. The standard issue pot lights seem to be these 4.5-inch razor lights, and they come in a variety of brand names, etc., etc. The thing we like about these is that they're adjustable K level or adjustable light output level on the back of the pot light itself, and it comes with the clips that will hold it right up in place to hold it tight to the soffit or drywall or whatever you're putting it in. And they're also rated for multiple different types of installations, so they can be in a regular ceiling, they can be in a wet or damp location, etc., etc. These also have the little Waco connectors in the back that just get plugged in. And we simply use these because they're cost effective. So the first thing we're going to do is get the wires sorted out and make sure the hole's cleaned out. And then what we're going to do is strip the wires back so they go through the connector, or sorry, we're going to shove them in through the connector. Now these connectors that we use are dual rated for 2 pieces of 14-2, Lumex or Romex or NMD or whatever you want to call it. So we're going to stick those in. So we're going to use our strippers and strip off each end of each wire. And again, this is the box that plugs into the outside pot light. So each one is color coded and identified. So it's black, all the blacks go together, and then all the whites, etc., etc. And this will continue through to the next pot light. We call them pot lights because we're old school electricians, and originally it used to have a can. That's why it was called a pot. Now it's just called a recess fixture. But once you get a certain way stuck in your head over a number of years, and you end up calling it something like a pot light. Now once all the wires are in place inside the junction box, then we close the front up, and then it's just a simple matter of clipping the pot light onto the little pigtail connector that goes there, and then buttoning that up. There's a ring that goes over it and holds it all together. And then we check our K level on the back. Now I should mention, so we're putting it on a 4K. Some inspectors and some inspection departments want these boxes actually mounted to something, but in the case of a soffit, it's kind of hard to do. So we just shove it up in, and then the clips is what holds the pot light up in place. Voila, one finished pot light. Now obviously there are different types of pot lights for different types of installations, or sorry, different types of recessed lights for different types of installations. The biggest thing that you should know is the homeowner or the client is when you purchase your pot lights or your recessed lights for your electrician to install, make sure they have the proper approvals for the area that you're in. So for example, here in Canada, they need to be CSA approved, and for the United States, they need to be UL approved. There's a number of suppliers that sell these things online, so you have to watch to make sure they have the proper approvals, especially if you're putting them in a new house. And remember, never do your own electrical work. Always consult in your own local licensed electrician. If you like this video, drop a like in the bottom. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.